Hi everyone, my name is Jimmy Dochney. I'm the Internet Sales Manager here at Ralph Hayes Toyota. I've been with Ralph Hayes Toyota and Toyota for 8 years, and today I'm here to talk about Toyota's leader in hybrid technology, the 2012 Toyota Prius. If you follow me, we'll start under the hood. Now under here we have a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine. When this is combined with the electric motor of the vehicle, it yields a net horsepower of 134. That's comparable to most compact and other mid-sized sedans out on the market today. Now something you can't see under here that's very beneficial to both the gas mileage and the performance of the car is an electric power steering system. What that does at higher speeds, it's going to increase the responsiveness of the steering system. It's also going to be easier to maneuver in parking lots. And this here is the inverter converter, and what that will do, that will take power from the hybrid battery, distribute it out to the electric motor and anywhere else in the car as needed. And it also receives power from the regenerative braking system. This whole hybrid synergy system produces the gas mileage that everybody loves. 51 miles in the city, 48 miles on the highway for an overall combined of 50 miles per gallon. If you come over here to the passenger side with me, notice the shape of the vehicle. This does a couple things. It has a very low coefficient of drag to make it aerodynamic. This will cut through the wind to help the gas mileage on the car. And you also notice front and rear third windows on the vehicle to help visibility for blind spots. Now another thing the shape does, it's going to increase the headroom on the vehicle, so taller passengers can fit in this normally. And then you have a very low step over height for ease of ingress and egress. You'll see the legroom in the front is very comparable to a Toyota Camry, which is our best-selling midsize sedan. Let's move to the back. In the back, you also see a very spacious outlay here. And the back of the front seat is carved out for knee room, and your feet also fit right under the front seat for increased legroom. And then one other thing I wanted to point out on the back, right here, this is a vent. That will let cool air get into the hybrid battery, which is stored underneath this seat to help keep it cool. So big tip, don't block the vent. Now move around to the rear of the vehicle. When you open the hatch, you notice a great amount of clearance here, so it would be very tough to hit your head if you're loading and unloading cargo. You have a 60-40 split lay flat seat for the ease of loading cargo, and this privacy cover also retracts to cover anything that you might have stored in here. And to take the storage a step further, you have underfloor storage. You see this panel comes out. It's actually also reversible. So you can set it back here. This is to store things that you don't want to stain or rip the fabric on the back cargo area. Now before we move on to the driver's side, I want to point out two other things on the rear. You have two windshields, a traditional windshield that you find on most vehicles, and then a second window that helps for visibility in the rear view mirror when you're looking into that. This is also a very dark tint from the factory. That's going to help eliminate any bright lights from vehicles behind you that will come into the cabin of the vehicle. And you do have LED tail lights on this vehicle. The benefit of this, tail lights and brake lights, the benefit, it illuminates half a second more quickly than traditional halogen lights. This will alert the people behind you that much more quickly that you are stopping, so it's a big safety feature on the Prius. Now over on the driver's side, gas tank, it's an 11.9 gallon gas tank, and this will be a very inexpensive fill-up for you when you stop. It also uses 87 octane gas, so that way you don't have to go to the high test and the premium. Now coming over to the front here, and there's no plug-in or anything else you have to use on the vehicle either. Coming over to the front, the windshield is a UV reduction windshield to help harmful UV rays from getting into the cabin of the vehicle. Alright, and on the display on the front here, you notice the steering controls. It actually creates a pop-up display that we call a touch tracer display. This will come up on the dash display to let you know what you're about to select, so that way you don't have to take your eyes off the direction of the road in order to select an option on the steering wheel. And in addition to that, let me get out of the car to show you a couple modes here. There are 3 buttons that you can see above the gear shifter. Comes with 3 additional driving modes on the vehicle. There we go, we're in the right spot now. The first mode is EV mode, which will put it into electric vehicle mode. This is for very short distances, and the battery does have to be at near a full charge to operate correctly. The second driving mode is Eco mode, which will operate the vehicle at the maximum fuel efficiency during any driving condition. It'll reduce the throttle sensitivity, so that way you won't have as much power. Then the third mode is the exact opposite. It's Power mode. That'll help increase your power if you do need that for any highway driving or any other type of situation you might be in. And lastly, I wanted to mention on the gear shifter, you have your traditional park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Then there's a B for braking, engine braking. What that does, that's going to help slow the vehicle down without actually hitting the brake pedal with your foot. This is going to greatly increase your brake pad life and your brake life on the vehicle. Well, I wanted to thank you for spending some time with me today. This is the 2012 Prius. We're here at Ralph Hayes Toyota, South Carolina's oldest Toyota dealership. So come see me. My name is Jimmy Dochney, or anybody else here. We'll be happy to help you.